Welcome to the Butler Beat. I'm Mallory Duncan.
And I'm Bryn Erdy. It's springtime at Butler, which means students are scheduling for next semester's classes.
While some students have already enrolled in classes for the fall of 2014, others are still waiting and hoping that their classes of choice don't fill up. This is always one of the more stressful times of the year. Butler professor Kristen Lindsley understands the stress, but realizes that there are only so many spots available for a limited number of students.
It's always difficult for students, particularly those who are trying to graduate or trying to fulfill particular requirements when class fills up. For example, this course I'm teaching this semester, Gender and Communication, is a very popular class, fulfills requirements across a number of majors in the College of Communication. And once it filled up with 20 students, I still had between 15 and 20 more emails from students.
Students planning on taking classes this summer are only a few weeks away from the beginning of Butler's first summer session. Millie Sauber has the details.
With the warm weather rolling in, the skies are blue, the flowers are in bloom, and students are ready to leave Butler University for the summer. But some students have to stay behind and take summer classes.
Being a double major, you need to fill up a lot of requirements in order to be able to graduate on time.
However, some students aren't confined to campus for summer classes, like junior Joey Hebert.
Actually taking a class through the biology department, where we'll spend 1 week as part of here on Butler, and then we'll spend 2 weeks going to the Smithsonian Tropical Research Institute in Panama. So I get to go down with 30 other Butler students and with 3 Butler professors. It's going to be a really exciting experience. I've never been able to leave the country, so it's really cool that I get to go on this trip.
In addition to classes, students also need to find a place to live.
It's going to require some of the brothers to have to start subleasing from senior houses around the area, which I found out maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that's just unnecessary anxiety, stress on me with finals coming up, and I need to figure it out pretty soon.
Subleasing from upcoming seniors is always a popular choice, along with living in Fidel, which opens its doors to all students. And finally, Resco takes in students and offers jobs as summer RAs. Whatever your summer plans, at least it'll be warm. For the Butler Beat, I'm Millie Sauber.
Students are happy about the warmer spring weather, but Bryn Erdy reports students are not necessarily happy about everything else the warm weather brings.
April showers bring May flowers, as well as a bunch of airborne allergens.
Seasonal allergies, usually kick in about this time with like the pollen and like grass coming out and everything like that.
Although students are no longer complaining about winter weather, they're now complaining about seasonal allergy symptoms, like red, itchy eyes. Pollen, spores, and other things trigger cold-like symptoms, including itchy eyes, sneezing, and a runny nose.
With the rain and everything happening now, everything's going to start blooming soon. So once everything starts blooming soon, the grass getting greener and the leaves sprout out of the trees or whatever, it's just all going to take a full effect on my body, and I know I'm just going to be just feeling awful for at least a few weeks.
Although the weather is nicer, those with seasonal allergies struggle to enjoy.
Spring's awesome because it lets me know that winter's over and the sun's out, it's warm, people are outside doing things, we're not stuck inside watching TV all day, but at the same time I'm kind of stuck inside watching TV all day.
Brooke Adams, Butler University Health Services registered nurse, says students should turn to their doctor and medicine to help relieve their seasonal allergy symptoms.
There's over-the-counter medicines like a Zyrtec or Claritin. Benadryl is also, something you can take at night to help with that postnasal drainage and kind of watery eyes and, just allergic reactions. And then there are allergists around town that people actually get allergy injections to help kind of desensitize them to their allergies.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Bryn Erdy. This spring hasn't been all sunny weather so far. April showers have already taken their toll on campus and even caused some chaos. Marae J. Duffy has the story.
It's raining and it's pouring on Butler University's campus. The past few weeks have been plagued with days of heavy rain, thunder, and even flooding all over central Indiana. Butler's campus especially has issues with storm drainage, and sidewalks and roads are prone to flooding during rainstorms. Sea Club food court was even closed last Friday due to flooding. But there are some people who are happy to see such inclement weather.
So because of how rainy it's been outside,
It has been pretty rainy.
we've sold a ton of Butler umbrellas.
We have those nice rain jackets we've been selling.
Yeah, because they're on clearance right now for an extra 25% off at the flash sale.
But maybe an umbrella isn't such a bad idea. It is only the beginning of April, meaning many more spring showers are bound to come. For the Butler Beat, I'm Marie J. Conduffy.
The Butler lacrosse team was able to score a sunny game day, but that's about all they were able to score. Sam DeCline has a story on the Butler lacrosse team's 2-year losing streak.
While some Butler sports like cross-country, football, and even club basketball have been winning, not all Butler teams have enjoyed success. The club lacrosse team has not won a game in over 2 years. The last time the team won, April 1st, 2012. Now, they're looking to end a 16-game losing streak. The last time Butler won a lacrosse game, Butler varsity sports were still in the Horizon League. A game against Ball State on April 3rd gave Butler a great chance to end the streak. Butler started off strong, overcoming injury and playing good defense to take an 8-6 lead into the fourth quarter. However, in the end, things fell apart.
In the fourth quarter, our offense kind of let us down. We got a lot of penalties. Ended up going man down most of the quarter, making us very vulnerable on defense. They capitalized, took the lead, and we just didn't have time to come back.
The penalties in the fourth quarter, combined with poor play on both offense and defense, gave Ball State a 12-10 victory. Blowing the lead made this loss tough to deal with.
I mean, yeah, losing really sucks. We were up from probably 85% of the game, and then we just kind of gave it up at the end there, and, you know, that's just never fun.
The team has 2 more games this year to try to end this losing streak. For the Butler Beat, I'm Sam DeCline.
Sounds like the men's lacrosse team could really use some cheerleaders.
The Butler cheerleading squad recently had tryouts. Tom Butnick reports.
Butler's cheerleading team held open tryouts this Tuesday in Hinkle's West Gym. The team is looking to make improvements from last year's squad. Both men and women were invited to strut their stuff to impress the team. Captain Brian Bach explains what they want to work on for the upcoming year.
Well, we're expecting a lot of new faces, so that in and of itself is going to be a big change. I think we're planning on focusing a lot more on game presence, so cheering, how you look out on the court, and how your ability is to lead people in our cheers.
Liz Mertz is a sophomore that tried out last year. She's expecting a lot from the new members this year.
I'm excited to be on the opposite side of tryouts this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing the new potential come through the door, and we are losing 3 seniors, so I'm excited to see who we will replace them with.
Everyone that is trying out is expected to show off as much as they can to make the team. Bach says that it's important that the team continue to grow together this year to improve from last year.
I think biggest thing for us is just coming together as a team more and really showing that in all of our cheers and sidelines and stunting abilities, so that way we really appear as a more cohesive unit. Not that we weren't last year, but it's something that if we really click together, it's very noticeable on the court.
For the Butler Beat, I'm Tom Budnick.
The Conference on Ethics and Public Argumentation hosted a series of events this past week. The SEPA series was a big hit within the College of Communication. Here's Elise Giacobbe with the story.
Within Butler University's College of Communication, there is an academic conference called SEPA. The past week, SEPA hosted a series of events including guest speakers, authors, scholars, and more. These events were engaging the community through these media influencers. For Butler students, these events counted as a Butler cultural requirement.
The event was super informative, and I was really happy that they offered it as a Butler cultural requirement.
This forum each year focuses on teaching and researching within journalism, political campaigns, public health, and more. SEPA has a working group made up of some Butler faculty, including CCOM Dean Edgerton and Assistant Professor Casey Kelly. SEPA is said to benefit the College of Communications in several ways.
First and foremost, I would say the 10 sessions that we had were of high quality. I really enjoyed them, learned a lot from them. So I think it first and foremost benefited the students that were there, and were able to see what was going on in the various sessions.
The College of Communication hopes to improve the SEPA Forum each year with different events, speakers, and audiences. I'm Alicia Jacoby for the Butler Beat.
As the semester comes to a close, seniors in the Jordan College of Arts are not only preparing to graduate, they're preparing their senior recitals as well. Mallory Duncan reports.
John Harris is a senior composition major, and for his recital, he decided to do something a little more creative. Harris has put together a movie from his favorite graphic novel, Blankets, by Craig Thompson. He photoshopped some of the pictures in the novel together to create a movie. He then had friends record the voices of the characters. But the part that pulls everything together is the score.
I guess I want them to have a nice experience just listening to the music I've created over the past year. And I just want to tell this really beautiful story, adding my own little touch to it.
The piano is not the only instrument used in the score. Harris has a 10-piece orchestra that he will conduct during his recital. Not only does Harris have to worry about the screen behind him with the actor speaking, he also has to cue his orchestra. Although it's hard to pick, this composer still has a favorite piece.
I would pick the one I wrote first, actually, Mountain Kiss. And for this recital, will be happening at the very end of part 1.
The orchestra and Harris will present part 1 of Blankets Sunday in the Eidson Duckwell Recital Hall at 5 p.m. For the Butler Beat, I'm Mallory Duncan. To finish up, we have 2 stories on Delta Tau Delta's annual Trike Philanthropy event. First, here's Jeff Stonick, who took a ride with Delta Tau Delta and the Tricycles of Trike Week.
Tricycles here, tricycles there, tricycles everywhere. But why are they on Butler's campus?
While tricycles aren't the most traditional thing to get to and from class with, it's a tradition for Delta Tau Delta, and the members can ride comfortably knowing what all the donations are going to.
Yes, the fraternity members aren't riding to class, but they're asking for donations for the Peyton Manning Children's Hospital. It's an annual week-long event when the men ride to raise money for the children at the hospital, which is part of St. Vincent's Health. Other than the children and their families, perhaps no one is more grateful than the Foundation Advancement Director, Nancy Frick.
Well, they are actually for us quite significant for the St. Vincent Foundation because we have a lot of small groups who do little things like $500, $1,000. So something that is significant is some of the things that we've seen from Butler are amazing for student-led community events. So we consider them significant.
The fraternity's goal is to raise $25,000, and to do so they've got a whole lineup of activities. One of the activities was a give-back night at Buffalo Wild Wings, which had a strong student showing.
A place like Riley is just unbelievable in every single way. Like, out of all of the community and everything, there's so much to give back to them, and they deserve it most. Those kids are unbelievable in every way.
Other events include banner painting with children, trike races, and a sorority dance competition, or lip syncs. And while those events were spread out during the week, the men had a constant presence on campus with the trikes and selling t-shirts. So while it may be funny to see college guys riding tricycles, their cause is no laughing matter. With that being said, the guys hope their efforts will bring some smiles to children who need them most. For the Butler Beat, I'm Jeff Starr.
Hannah Somerville also took a look at the cause behind Trike and the families the event benefits.
Sorority members are getting ready for a week full of fun and competition. Tuesday, sororities gathered in the parking lot of Delt to kick off the Trike Week with a banner painting competition. Each sorority was given a queen-size sheet that would be painted and turned into a colorful banner that fits this year's theme of Broadway. Senior Kate Goldsmith says Trike is one of her favorite events of the year, but this year it means a little more to her.
Last year, Olivia was diagnosed with a Wilms tumor, and so Riley helped a lot with just, obviously with that, with the big shock, because the day after we found out she had to get the tumor removed, and then she's been going through chemo since she stopped it last month, and Riley's just been such a big help and we just wanted to do something to give back, really.
Riley's Children Foundation liaison for Butler, Chelsea Bacchus, always looks forward to working with adults during trike.
So the adults have been phenomenal. This is the 51st annual trike event. And for a number of years, it's supported Riley Hospital, not only financially, but also creating awareness here on campus. And just overall, they come and volunteer at the hospital. They invite Riley kids out to their events and just spend time with them, which the families absolutely love and appreciate.
The finished banners will feature the Riley logo and the sorority they represent. They will be hanging from the pillars of Delt for the rest of the week, and the winners will be announced on Friday before the sorority lip syncs. For the Butler Beat, I'm Hannah Somerville.
That's all we have for you this week. Now get out and enjoy the spring weather.
But stay dry and don't forget your allergy medicine.
We'll see you next week.